All right, did you guys know that Home Depot actually this week issued a warning about the economy? So Home Depot says consumers are feeling a little bit crummy about the economy and they're just dishing out less on major home renovation projects. Maybe you felt that holding off on a project. You know, Home Depot's the big improvement giant, and all these consumers spend a lot of money in the market, and they have lower sales last year than what they expected. It says customers were spending less on home improvement projects, pressured by higher interest rates and concerns that the economy was just getting worse. And so Home Depot is closely tied to the housing market, as we know, and the higher interest rates have been putting a brake on the housing turnover and consumer projects towards financing these larger projects. During the quarter, actually, higher interest rates and greater, macroeconomic uncertainty pressured consumer demand and more broadly result in a weaker spending across all of these home projects. Home Depot sales at stores, they dropped at least 3.6 last quarter. And the company actually said Tuesday it expects sales at all stores at least 12 months to fall another 3 to 4% compared to last year. So this is actually down. It could be down as much as 11%. Consumers' demand for home improvement has been slumping for about a year now. And the company said the story hasn't changed much, and the underlying long-term fundamentals supporting home improvement demand are strong, but we're still just down a little bit. So the company's sales boomed during the height of the pandemic. As you know, millions of people spending more on time, to turn these, they actually had time to turn their renovation projects and improvements. But the consumers have since just shifted from purchasing more goods. And this shift actually has hurt Home Depot a little bit, right? So it's not only Home Depot, it's actually McDonald's, Starbucks, Disney, and other consumer brands have also noted a little bit of a consumer pullback. Home Depot executives said on the earnings call that consumers were healthy, but they were taking fewer larger projects on, right? And they led to a sluggish sales because of this in their lumber and their construction-related projects. Home prices are sky high, as we know, and demand still is there, and there's still supply. The median price of a property in the United States actually rose to $426,000, which is quite a bit. It's 4% more than last year. But, mortgage rates actually fell just a little bit the last few weeks, and so hopefully this will actually help Home Depot out. Hopefully more people will get more projects going on and they'll spend more money, right? So Home Depot actually made its largest acquisition by spending $18 billion to buy SRS Distribution, which is a huge building project supplier in landscapes and pool and to help these contractors. The company actually gets around half of the sales from housing professionals who spend more at stores than the do-it-yourself homeowners. Both Home Depot and Lowe's have been trying to win more of the pro customers through making some of these acquisitions. And it's always just this battle between Home Depot and Lowe's and who's going to win. It's funny because actually on the mountain in Pinetop Lakeside Shiloh, there's a Home Depot and a Lowe's across the street from each other. Actually here in Mesa, also a Home Depot and a Lowe's across the street from each other. So they're just battling back and forth. And if their sales are down, they're going to say, hey, what other companies and what are things we can do to make our company better? It's funny because Home Depot, when I used to show up just 20 years ago, you couldn't really rent anything, but now you show up and there's a bunch of trailers and there's a large room with equipment you can rent, right? So they're just trying to create other ways to make money since they're down a little bit since the pandemic. I personally think don't stress out Home Depot or other people. I mean, everyone's down from the pandemic. We had this just huge up push. I mean, there's a house I recently sold. I felt like could have sold for $850,000 during the pandemic, just went under contract for $550,000. This is a mountain property because a lot of people were leaving the city, going to the mountains. And so there's actually been a drop of 20 to 30%. And so Home Depot's filling that a little bit, probably more than other places are, because people are just holding off on spending for these larger projects. They just are. So I hope this helps a little bit. And I just wanted to give you this report about Home Depot. You guys go out there and make it a great day. Thank you.